So, are we rolling?
Whenever you're ready.
We are rolling.
It's 9:15 on this phone.
Okay, 9:15 it is. Rolling.
1, 2, 3.
Bill and Dave are on the lam, not a scam. Grab your cam, could be in a traffic jam or maybe in Siam. Bill and Dave are hiding out, what's their route? Won't give out, searching Brussels for a sprout. They rarely mill a boat. Bill and Dave are on the lam, on a tram in Rotterdam. Don't you forward them your spam, they're clearly on the lam.
Hey, it's on the lamb.
Oh, by the way, as we speak,
Yes, Daver.
there's nothing like lack of time as a motivator. So there's some on the lambs on the way to you right now.
I was going to say, I think we still have those lost episodes, but no, they're no longer lost.
Right.
There were 4 of them.
Right. Are we done with them now? Do we have a backlog of
We
them?
still have a backlog. We still have a couple
okay.
more.
Okay. All right.
So, but thank you for getting the Wendy spoon. Now this is interesting. I just in my coffee, in my undisclosed coffee, I'm trying something for want of cream. Something that Wendy has called cultured buttermilk blend powder for cooking and baking. There's a big smiling, very Italian-looking chef on the front. Hey, I'm going to make you some good buttermilk pancakes. But
Make your coffee taste like sweet and sour sausage.
I put it a big heaping teaspoon in the coffee, and it has barely changed the color at all.
I would taste it before I add it.
Before you possibly ruin any more coffee.
Well, hey, I'm going to wreck your coffee.
The coffee...
My apologies to our Italian friends.
Sure. Coffee, by the way, comes from Brooklyn, New York.
Really?
Bedford Cheese Shop, I believe. And this blend is Giant Steps.
Giant
which I'm
Steps.
assuming is named after the John Coltrane
Oh,
composition.
well, I like music-related coffee.
So hello to Spencer and Michelle, and thank you for the coffee.
It's very good. Very good coffee.
How is it with buttermilk blend?
Let me taste it.
It's so good.
So
I'm going to taste it.
Chico Marx.
Yeah.
Chico Marx for the
The manufactured Italian.
Actually,
It's not bad.
it's not bad. It just
being
kind of-
dramatic.
Just kind of cuts the edge a little bit.
What
it doesn't taste like cream, but
it tastes like I'm already having pancakes with my coffee.
yeah,
Oh.
it's in the coffee.
It's like just mix them in. You don't need any pancakes.
It's like that Carly Simon song. Pancakes in my coffee.
Yeah.
Pancakes in
I
my
had some
coffee.
dreams. They were pancakes.
I had some dreams. They were pancakes in my coffee. Pancakes in my coffee. Oh, sorry, Carly. No, actually, it isn't bad at all. I would like to ask you for my next cup if I could have a little syrup and butter.
I think we're out of syrup now.
Oh,
Too.
damn it. All right. I'll just have to have my pancake coffee without syrup. That's okay.
I think what else we can put in there.
Oh, many things.
You know, I've got sitting on the table is some Italian sea salt.
Oh.
It's so
Keep
good.
it
It's Italian.
Lisi.
Yeah, the little drawing of the chef on the front of the buttermilk blend. Well, what we got planned here?
Oh, I'm just turning it down.
Oh, okay. What was it?
It's Jelly Roll Morton.
That's very appropriate for the morning.
Yeah. He invented jazz. Just ask him.
Really? That's the guy that is considered the inventor of jazz?
He claims to have.
Oh. Okay. I mean, it's probably one of those cases where when he was born, there was jazz already going on, but
Yeah,
Yeah, who knows? Who knows about those things?
it seems a lot of that. Is everything like that, or is it just in early American? Well, no, it's not even in America. Because like a lot of claims will be made in blues music, and especially in Jamaican music, there's lots of claims about who did what first. And there's all kinds of contradictory information.
It's all, anything like that, anything artistic. And you could say this the same for, writing styles or, dance styles. I mean, anything, painting, movements in, the different schools of painting. Everything is always kind of based on what came before in some way. And a lot of writers claim they're always kind of shouting plagiarism. It's like, well, there's like a mass previous body of world work that everyone draws on everything. I mean, it's like, I think Stephen King has a whole section about there is no writer who hasn't gotten an idea from some story he read as a child or something. And are you going to say, well, he plagiarized that from, he got that. It's like, at a certain point, you have to draw a line and say, no, it's plagiarism if he's taking it word for word or something. But if you're just using ideas, you got to kind of let that go, because there is no clear black and white line where something happens for the first time. With
or
music,
if there is, nobody knows when.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what my point is, to really be able to say that, you'd have to be a musician that not only came in with a brand new instrument that was neither a string instrument, woodwind, brass, nothing, percussion. It was a whole new category of instrument, playing a whole different type of music that had nothing to do with, the scales as we know it, with any previous scale. His own brain, he's made it up completely original. That never will happen because that's impossible.
Sounds like Schoenberg.
But yeah, okay. Well, I stand
the
corrected.
12-tone theory.
I stand corrected.
No, but I was thinking that there's something that always has fascinated me about when pyramids started being built in Egypt, and they also appeared in South America and Central America and Mexico. I don't know if they're in South America or not. Kind of at the same time, but we had pyramid cultures going on
across the ocean,
across the
different
ocean.
cultures cut
and
off.
it's like, what caused that one to happen?
Yeah,
that
if you
one,
don't
it's like,
subscribe to the
when-
ancient alien theory,
right? Which I don't. And do these?
I might.
Yeah, you might. Do these ideas just float around in the universe, and people just kind of?
Margie just hit Bill in a very
Yes,
loving manner.
It
was kind of an open hand slap.
I smacked it.
Well, there was a podcast from
that's
past
right.
summer where she hit me in the head
Yeah.
with the button on my cap, injured my skull. So violence has erupted on the
No, I don't
podcast.
believe in the ancient alien thing.
We've got
I
this
don't.
history too, documented history.
Violent.
What is the ancient alien?
Theory?
Though the theory is that the Earth was visited in prehistoric times
By
by
aliens.
aliens,
So
and
we were seated here, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
or that they at
Well,
least
they-
came down and taught the ancient people
I
how to
always-
make a pyramid.
I always think, well, there are cultures of ancient peoples, not ancient aliens, but ancient peoples in this world who drew like chalk drawings that could be seen from high up in the in space, and people didn't really notice what they were in modern times until they could really fly over them and see, oh my God, what did they put these here for? What did they make these gigantic sculpt? They dig down to the chalk level of the hills in England and do these big horses and things like that. And it was like, oh well, they were like landing strips for aliens or something like that, but
or signals. Yeah.
or signals of some kind. And what they were was something probably to appease their gods, or a form of artistic expression. Like, I'm just going to make a big horizontal
Giant
stone.
thing, yeah.
And
I'm going to have Louis here.
and
Here.
I
Stand over
think
here while I walk over
the
here.
reason I get angry at the ancient aliens idea is because they don't give. That doesn't give humanity any credit
Right,
for
right.
any
It says,
intelligence
oh, no,
of its
people
own.
could never have
people
thought
could
of
never
doing
have
that.
thought of this without the aliens. Like, how could they have moved those big stones for Stonehenge all the way from a quarry in Wales all the way to the south of England? How could they have done that? Because the wheel hadn't been invented or something like that. But well, they rolled
some
they
wise guy back then thought of it.
and that's why I don't believe in the ancient aliens.
My theory, I'm going to jump in before you. Mine's real simple and quick. It's I choose to think we don't know, and until someone actually has proof, I'm open to all possibilities, and I'm not excluding the ancient aliens. That's the way I think. Go, Dave.
I
Cut you off.
don't have. Either way, I don't really have a strong opinion about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to go back to the thing, since I didn't really cut off anything that you really wanted to say.
No, nothing important.
I want to go back to my comment, which is completely meaningless, about, but it has a movie tie-in. The little illustration, I started to talk about the little illustration of the Italian chef on the buttermilk blend mix, and then I got distracted because I want to ask you what was playing on the stereo. But that illustration looks like an actor called Leo Carrillo. Not Leo Carrillo. He was the guy. Leo Carrillo was the guy that played Pancho on Duncan Ronaldo's television series, The Cisco Kid. I'm mixing him up with Enrico Corrado, a similar name, who was in the Three Stooges short microphonies when Curly is miming to Christine McIntyre's voice. She's supposed to be Senorita Cucaracha, and they're at that swank party, and then Enrico Corrado, something like that, is the guy who is like the maestro whose violin the Stooges break, and they say, "Oh, I can't play my violin," or they broke his glasses, and he starts to sing. And so they said, "Well, sing," and so he's entertaining everyone by singing, and the Stooges are like flipping cherries into his mouth, and then he sees this other guy sitting there eating cherries, and he goes, "Cherries, eh? See how you like them, wise guy." He starts rubbing cherries in the guy's face. Poor guy.
Now, how did they come up with the idea for chef's hat? Was that ancient aliens gave that?
Chef's hat? No, that was sort of some guy some baker who got a hair in the cream pie of Henry VIII, got his head cut off, and the other bakers went, maybe we should wear something to keep the hair out of the cream pies.
And how did the big balloon on the top? Is that because heat escapes from the top of your head and to keep it cooler?
I think.
I
think that's a lost culture of chefs that would fly into the air once the air in their hats heated up enough.
They would fly in the air, and they were able to look down and say, "No, that's not a horse you drew. Looks more like a llama."
Well, yeah. Getting back to that, there's a drawing. I think it's in Cornwall. The rude man of
the rude man of whatever it is.
Something. It's a big.
He's got a big
thing. People, it's like one of those things that, like when people go by it, they shield their children's eyes.
People have not changed much in what they like to draw.
Yeah, so really, it's just like a kid drawing a dirty thing in the margin of his textbook, and while he's bored in school. That's all that was. It's an ancient artist drawing rude pictures.
On the podcast, have we ever brought up Bob Frizzell's book, Nothing in This Book is True, but It's Exactly How Things Are? We talked about that? Look at the cover margin.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
He collects a lot of the
I don't think we have.
conspiracy theories about everything. It loses me when he gets into the spiritual geometry